As you wanted to see my trip video to Katowice Major, then here you have it. Of course, you just have to start this type of video with a plain footage. Otherwise, you could fake your whole trip, right? I went to Poland with my friend for 4 days. We arrived there on Thursday so that we wouldn't miss any playoff games. Before we went to the Spodek arena itself, we walked through the expo area, in the building next to it. All the booths were pretty much fully prepared for the thousands and thousands of people who went there in the next days. If you have been to similar expos yourself, it's pretty strange to walk in there with no people at all. Usually you have to just squeeze yourself through it. Although we miscalculated a little, came to the arena a couple of hours before the action, and it was Thursday, the first playoff day. There were still impressive amount of people already waiting for the game. Queues were longer than Dick Stacy's, but slowly and steadily everyone found their way into the arena, so this show could start. In Poland there really isn't a better way to bring the trophy on the stage than with Papito himself.
All the players here, they committed their entire lives to be here this week and be the best version of themselves this week. When you watch them compete, please remember, please think of all the possible sacrifices that they made in order to be here. I wish all of you that this major is the best major of all time, the most entertaining week that you've ever had in your lives. And that when you go home, please remember to tell your father and tell your mother that you love them. Thank you.
I can already say that of course the week was perfect, and all of you who haven't been out to big CSGO events, you just have to experience it live yourself to get an authentic experience. The feeling on stream isn't in any terms comparable with the feeling in the arena. First game, Navi against FaZe. Navi won the game 2-0. But the main reason why I want to point out this game is because of the pistol rounds. Flamey did some CSGO history right there. Let me quickly play it for you.
Simple's already over there. He's behind the smoke. He's fallen off. That may not one on the retake, but the bomb already planted for Navi, and they just have to hold it off. That's not hard. Flamey's got another. It's going to be extremely difficult if Simple can get around from coffins without being spotted. Blue Box is preoccupied, and he wraps in. They're both gone for Nemo, and they're going to push it all together. Rain can't do enough. Just to Nico. Third in the world last year, but he's got it to a one-on-one. They know that Flamey. What a pistol, an ace. He gets an ace. Welcome to Spodek, everybody. I'm just waiting for it. Wants to pick up the side down line for Ensu. Baits them to Nico, but Nico gone. It's now all onto a Dren. A man who got an ace last time. He's got two. He got the only two for Navi so far, Flamey. And it's Guardian that wants Rain to work with him so he can get in from Road, so he can take some of the attention away. Zeus gave it up. Zeus thought he'd cleared Banana. He hadn't. Olaf was in behind the wall. They're going to think that's wide open, but now they realize with the other kills, they've all turned around. Flamey's looking for double ace in the pistol. Double ace in the pistol! Both of them! 10 kills, 2 pistols, 2 rounds for Navi!
I've never seen that before. Ever.
Anyways, very well played by Flamey. What do you think, does Flamey deserve a graffiti on Inferno or not? Because no one has ever aced on both pistol rounds at the major. Also, I got lucky to grab some thoughts from Rain. This is how he felt about the whole situation.
Oh my god, I just like, when I see him killing like 3 guys in the second pistol, I'm like, oh my god, not again, man. And then, well, you cannot really say anything but well played to Flamey. Yeah, I think this is like the second time it's happened. The first one was Shocks, I think, or some Dust 2 or someone. Yeah, like we made it on Mirage, we just said, like our coach said, anybody that fucking kills Flamey now gets a bonus. So yeah, I don't think we did anything wrong, he just hit some good shots.
So Rain said that Shocks has done it before him. Shocks aced both pistol rounds against Fnatic at the MSI Beat It final in 2013 in China, but it wasn't a major. Flamey is still the first one who did it on the major. Little behind the scenes footage from the stage after the game, Frankie interviewing Simple. And of course, when a match has the happy ending, Navi is greeting their fans, with Zeus leading the way. Second quarterfinal on Thursday, Liquid against ENCE. No one would expect ENCE to win, except the sharpest guys in the community. But of course, as we all know, it happened. I didn't record too much of a footage, so I don't have the match-winning moment, but luckily I got the first map ending here, with all the ovations from the crowd. As an exemplary CSGO fan, when the last match ended, I went straight to the bed to get a 9 hours sleep and fully rest for the next day. No after parties, no bars, no pubs, no clubs, just relax for the next day. Since the real action in the arena started in the afternoon, we had an idea to visit one of the best museums in Katowice, to get a little cultural experience as well. Google helped us and we picked Silesian Museum, modern and pretty interactive exhibition that I could recommend you when you go to Spodek Arena next time and you have some free time. You don't need to have tons of free time because the museum is next to Spodek Arena, like 5 minutes walk at max. Price of the ticket was 3.5 euros if I'm right. This is very cheap compared to usual museum prices and the exhibition quality itself. If you were creative enough, you could have a drink there and see how VP used to eco back in the days. Then we visited Expo, saw how Polish people played CSGO edition of Family Feud, and much more. This Fortnite tournament was a pretty big thing, for example, but we also catched some people around the whole event and asked them some questions. Firstly, who would they think will win this major?
I think it will be Wannabe.
Yeah, I hope it will be NIP, but I think it will be Astralis.
I hope Ends or Renegade.
Facecam.
YBR, please. I have to cheer for them. It's my country. They are representing us here.
I think Astralis is the favorite, but I cheer for them.
Well, Australians, of course, they're always there. I'm gonna go with easy friends, man.
I asked some more simple questions for the possible future content, but just out of curiosity, I wanted to ask people face to face if they follow any CSGO content creators and why. And really, I was very gladly surprised by the following answer I got from the second random guy I interviewed.
Yeah, a few of them. Well, I think Nate King, Flom, Shroud sometimes plays CSGO, so there are a lot of them. All the videos were pretty interesting because of how he showed how to play some stuff or smokes or how to play some certain areas on the map. So that's it, I think.
What I want to say here is that, of course, I have nothing against 12-year-olds, but I'm very pleased about the fact that all like 4 or 5 fans/followers I have met face to face, as far as I could tell, they have all been smart, grown-up, cool guys that seem like decent people in real life as well as in CSGO. So for now, I'm proud about that. If you are my fan, viewer, whatever, keep the flag high and especially cheers to this chill dude on the screen. Unfortunately, I can't tell his name, but it was very nice to meet him. It was sad to hear that almost half of the people I interviewed didn't follow any CSGO content creators, but the other half did. And that's always nice to hear that people care about content creators' work.
I only follow the Warrow because he's made like tutorial videos and I'm not that much that high of a level of pro play.
Sparkless. The motor on easy, but he doesn't shoot anymore. Sparkle.
As this was a major and the first one for me, I had to buy some pins. Most of them I already gave away on my other social media platforms, but to greet all of you who are watching this Wannabe vlog right here, I'm not going to do a regular share, like, win giveaway for this pin. Just if you are the first viewer here and you are quick enough, here is the code. You can redeem it on Steam. Enjoy your new pin. By the way, that is one big reason why you should subscribe and turn on those notifications on my channel. Because sometimes I like to say hi to my notification squad by just giving something away like this to the first viewers. Whoever got this pin, feel free to let me and others know in the comment section. By the way, thanks to ESL, I got a media pass to the event, which gave me full access to media room that you can see here and possible opportunity to interview all pros. But it's not so simple to do so, because for most of the teams, journalists had 30 minutes to catch players and record all the interviews they wanted to. So for example, most of the Betway's Whose Frag Is That episodes and other content with pros are shot in a very small time window at different events. Maybe after knowing that, you start appreciating this type of content even more. It's not too easy to catch interviews with pros at the events, but definitely doable. I just felt humble enough that I don't want to steal valuable time from professional journalists, so their hardly prepared interviews could end up in a nice result. I really didn't have anything great prepared this time myself. Maybe next time. If you really want me to produce some content with pros, let me know via this poll. Although, since he had a free time, I still had a little talk with FaZe Rain about their journey at the major.
Navi was like, we had a really good start to the game. 10-5 as T on Inferno, we were like feeling it, and we were like, this is gonna be fucking easy, boys. And then they started winning some rounds, and we didn't manage to readjust and figure out a way to stop their B control they had as T, and that's what lost us the game.
Coming back to the arena itself, the atmosphere was awesome. All the teams had their fans cheering for them. Probably the loudest fans in the arena were chanting for ENCE. Lots of Finns had traveled to Poland to hopefully see ENCE lifting the trophy. ENCE was also the only team whose merch got sold out. This fact itself is pretty remarkable. I don't know if people actually bought ENCE's merch that heavily, or ESL shop just didn't expect anyone will buy this and their stock for ENCE was just weak coming into this event. Nevertheless, they lost some decent profit on merch for sure. And without getting too much into details, it was Astralis ENCE Grand Final. Who would expect this 3 weeks earlier? Because no one in the arena filmed the intro of the Grand Final, here you have a little footage of that. It is too obvious to say, but the production quality was as amazing as always. There are hundreds of people working for this event to make it a success. And they did it again for sure. Really hats off for you guys. Well done. By the way, keep organizing the Danger Zone show match. It was pretty entertaining to watch it. Alright, here is the winning moment, and without a surprise, Astralis won this major. I was hoping for a closer grand final, but seemed like all the thriller happened before that. There was indeed enough action and highlights in the major overall. Just the grand final was a little bit dry for my taste. The best match in the whole event for me was semi-final, Navi against ENCE. If I'm right, this game was also the most viewed game on stream, and the arena itself had the most hype, I would say. But glad that Astralis won what they 100% deserved. Perfect work by them. Also, the whole city center was covered with huge ads about esports. This is probably the largest one I have seen, especially about esports. Taz is even bigger than Pasha on this picture. What else you would like to see? Probably some food. Prices there are a lot cheaper than the EU average. So the whole trip to the next big CSGO event in Poland is a good idea, because if you book your flight and accommodation early enough, the whole trip would be a lot cheaper than if you would go to some other events in different countries. For example, Cologne in Germany. It's definitely more expensive there. Even the merch in official ESL shop in the arena was cheaper than it was in ESL 1 Cologne, which is strange. Pin prices were the same though. But yeah, I really liked my first major experience.